Jennings from the Cygnet Footy Club plays his 300th game, which is an incredible achievement. Playing seniors since he was about 15 years old, that young man. So he's probably going to go on and play about 400, Jennings. We've seen a very, very hot Huonville Lions Footy Club the last 2 weeks here on the SFL broadcast. They will be up and about. The winner of this game goes through to the grand final for season 2021. The loser plays the winner of Cygnet, Lindisfarne. How am I going? Excellent. Lindisfarne and Dodgers Ferry. We're away. Ruck contest one down by Big Polly. Out the back, here's a chance. Umpires called out a free kick straight away. So it'll go the way of Lockie Watt in the middle of Huonville, Cygnet Oval. Huonville just looking to chop that one off, and Zeetson just chops in and throws it on the boot. Now wheels around. He's got Boscott down in the square, and a strong mark to the coach of the Cygnet Footy Club, and he looks around at the crew up in the grandstand and says, I'm here to play. After having 2 weeks off, he was rested against the New Norfolk Footy Club in the last round of the game, round of the season rather, and he will go back and hopefully put this one through the middle for his charges. He's fired up, Thor Boscott.
You'd have to contain that man today if they're going to be up and about the Huonville Lions. Mudcrab just couldn't quite get his hands onto that one. A very strong mark by Thor Boscott.
Boscott with the first of the game, and the start that he and his charges wanted, that's for sure. We've seen the replay. He is fired up, the coach. And a hot start from the Port. Back in the middle. Got Budgie Jones in the middle for the Huonville Lions, along with Brodie Rundle and co. So a ball up here. Polly wins it out of the ruck. Coming through fast was Bailey Gordon. Picked it up and handballed over the top to Cohen. Cohen got tackled by Brodie Rundle, but just dribbled it inside forward 50. Diving on the ball down there is Jacob Liss. Umpires put out a free kick.
A bit stiff there, Cameron Johns. Not much else he could do there.
Can't hit a bloke around the head though, Bug, and that'll be a free kick going to Jacob Lister. And he'll go back from about 45. He'll end up kicking. Cam Johns just still having a little word to the umpire about that one. Just slipped into the tackle, but as I said, you can't hit a bloke around the scone. And 2 minutes gone on the Banjo scoreboard. And Cygnet already having their second shot on goal. In he comes. Sends it through, finger up in the air, pretty happy with it, through the middle. Jacob Lister gets his first, the second for Cygnet, and they're off to a flyer, the Port.
2 centre breaks by the Port. They've set up both those goals, so Huonville got to get on top and in the centre and get the hands on the footy first in the centre ground so they can create some forward movements.
How's this kick from Lister? Got very close to Cam Johns on the mark, and we'll be back in the middle in just a few seconds as it is a 2-zip 12 lead to Cygnet. The Lions yet to score. Big Will Polly up against his opposing number 23 in Mitch Walker, who had a ripper game last week against Lindisfarne. Walker wins it down to Jones. Jones got his handball off to Houth. Houth came through traffic and got the kick forward down towards Paul, going back with a flight. Courage. Good stuff by Duggan down there. Scrappy stuff here on the ground. And we'll see a ball up here.
Coming out.
So it was Luke Ashland there who ended up with the footy.
Good movement by the Lions from the centre bounce, so that's what need to get on top in the midfield and create a bit more forward pressure. Will Ford got the kick away. Rawson's going to mop this one off. Got a handball off to Jones. Jones's kick got smothered, but then gave it back to Rawson. Rawson now throws it on the boot, deep inside the pocket. Fist from behind from Duggan was good. Deadrock Livingston gets tackled, and we will see a ball up. Umpire circling. Yes, it's a ball up. And we're getting a good look at the peanut gallery out there. Who we got over there? You know any of those crew? No, they're the Cygnet boys.
Oh, yeah, they're rough. There's a Huonville Lions bloke over there, probably deep inside enemy territory. So we see a ball up here. One down nicely by Ward. Douglas with some space, just tried to shrug one, but you can't shrug through Lockie Watt. Not today anyway. He's fired up.
Too high tubes.
Too high, wow. Well, Reese Douglas, the barnacle, gets away with one. Right in front of the peanut gallery out there too.
Pretty keen to kick this one straight through the big sticks, big Dougie.
I must thank the peanut gallery because last year when I was down here in the Jono's van, they towed me out with that ute on the right-hand side. In comes Reese Douglas. Throws it on the boot, across the face of goal, through for a behind. So Gordon to run the ball out from fullback, sends it long out wide towards Boscott, takes the mark, good one.
Strong mark.
It was strong in front of Golding, I think it is out there. No, it's
Mud grab.
Yep, mud grab, Thomas Keegan. Lane, short, finds Watt, who's been good so far. Goes back, Polly to Boscott. Who ends up on his backside, but it ends up okay as they go forward again. That's a strong mark down there to Livingston in the yellow boots. Look at him. Flash set of heels out there.
Setting up well behind the ball, Cygnet. They're prepared to work it out round the back to make sure they can get someone clear to deliver the ball forward. Exactly what they did in that occasion.
So, Braden Livingston in front of a few Cygnet fans there. How good are the utes around the ground? You back your ute up and you just put a couch on it and sit on there. In comes Livingston. As he goes towards goal, umpire's pulled out a free kick. It'll go to the Lions against Joey Doreen.
Had a big wacky Johns, gets the handball off straight away to his brother.
Johns to Johns with a long kick out towards Ward. Flying at the back was Cal Rawson when he probably shouldn't have, and that one's gone out of bounds for a ball in. So they start ringing a few changes. On comes Jake Dance for his first little run. Jackson Gordon comes back on after a quick spell, along with Mitch Lister with a headband. Fisted away nicely. Through with pace was Dean. Went and got it out to Polly. Polly's trying hard with one leg. Dean got it away just as he was tackled by Jones. Gordon with a short one. Finds a man in Ford. So Ford looks up. He's got a long option here. He goes to Watt, who's got it on a string. John should wrap this one up nice and easy. So Cam Johns at half-back, as he's done his whole career. Just reads the play so well. That's a long kick down towards Douglas, going back and gets it on the second grab.
Strong mark, Dougie.
The Barnacle bends it around, looking down towards Walker and co. Philp at the back. Philp tries to get his hands on the foot. He does so pretty well. Has Ford on his hammer in the Lucas variety. Jackson Gordon just got a kick away. Hard at the footy down there was Bevan Roberts. And the umpire will ball it up.
Try and capitalise and get a snooker goal here, Lions. Be nice and handy in this 7-minute mark of the first quarter.
Ethan Brock lurking after kicking 7-7 last week. Here's a chance for Nippy, and he's got it. So a good kick there by Matt Schenk.
Right on cue, Schenky.
First one for the Huonville Lions. And they're on the board. So an even contest as we expected. Bug.
Yeah, as I said, the Huonville boys, I said, I think, the centre contest has been pretty critical. They've only got the one centre break so far, resulted in at least getting a shot on goal. And, the first 2 goals that Cygnet scored, was direct from centre clearances. So, a lot of emphasis on around midfield. You've got to play your role, make sure you get first use of the footy, get her out of the centre.
That was sensational from Schenk. Just a nice bit of touch and a nice bit of work from our cameraman and our replay man here, Marcus and Macca, who are doing all the work. And I'm just talking absolute smack with you, Bug. There's a ruck contest won down there by Doreen. Trying hard down there. That might be Jennings. It is. Now a bit of pace shown by Tammins. Tammins' kick off the ground goes towards his half-forward line. Gee, you can't run through a bloke like that, but he doesn't manage to get a free kick. There's Penny. Gordon out to Doreen. Doreen with a short one. Misses the mark there. Toby Cohen just tackling hard. The fist came out. Bevan Roberts has it now. Chance for Philp as he goes across the ground towards Schenk. Schenk with some time. Hot on his hammer is Lister. Lister does well with a tackle. Caught him well. Now advantage paid. No. Yes.
Bring it back.
Umpire says no, we'll have to bring it back. What a great chase down tackle from Lister. We have another look at that.
Schenky thought he was out, but he was gone.
Here it is. Look at this.
Wanted to get back round to that left, but he It's wrapped him up too quick.
Holding the footy. In the meantime, the ball's now at half forward. Picked up by Johns. Out to Ward. Ward goes backwards towards Vincent. Vincent, so quick, so elusive. His kick just missed the mark, though. Doreen goes through one. Then sees he has some space. Handballs over the top towards Gordon. And now a short one to Boscott. It's not at all. It's not Boscott. It's, I think that might be Lockie White. Lockie Clifford. Jacob Lister. We'll say a few different names and I'll get it eventually. I don't know where I got Lockie Clifford for. He plays for Kingston, I think. Anyway, Lister, who I believe was Kingborough Tiger player there for a while perhaps. But anyway, Jacob Lister comes in to just extend that margin out. Lister's happy with it off the boot. He's got 2. Wow, what a start from Jacob Lister. It's a shame you don't get your name in the paper more than once for kicking more than 1 goal.
Good quality footy start off with, high standards from both sides, using the ball pretty well. Cygnet probably just a bit more proficient when they're going forward. And you will need to sort of, again, emphasis on these centre breaks. Get the hands on the footy first up here. Try and create a bit of forward pressure.
So we've got in the middle, Doreen up against Ward.
One of the
Reese variety. If you look in the background there's a bloke set up with a ute and a couch sitting on the back of 2 toolboxes. Incredible. Philp, handballs off to Ward. Ward through the middle. Kicks down towards Ethan Brock, but reading the play nicely is Will Ford. Ford chips it over. Finds a running man in the other Ford, I think. That one's a good kick. Out wide. Finds Tammins. Tammins short. Gets called to play on, does Ford. Short one. Jennings. Looks inboard. Finds Lockie Watt. Lockie Watt at centre wing. Long towards Lane. Lane's going to get a free kick again, so it'll be Philp chopping of the arms. So Philp will have it at half back and look to penetrate. As the ball's spending far too much time on that side of the ground for my liking. It's far away from us as Walker takes the mark. Walker wheels around, gets called to play on. Rightfully so, down towards Mickey Paul. And that's a strong mark.
First grab for Big Rat.
Wheels around. Bit of space here for Brock, and that's great defensive work by Paddy O'Neill. Taps it through for a behind.
It's a good contest down there on the 4 lines. So holding Ethan Brock a bit quiet at the moment. The Cygnet boys are putting a lot of pressure on when the ball comes in. As soon as it hits ground, they spread very quickly, Cygnet. So have some good pressure on down there at the moment.
Lister to Jackson Gordon.
He called the play on.
Yeah, Dale Thorpe doing a bit of pressure work there. This is a long one. Lister versus Johns. Johns reads it well. Lister came through hard, got tackled by Pickle Hay. And we'll see a ball up. This is where I like it, right in front of us here, Bug.
It's easier to see then.
It's a bit easier, yep.
So the big man, Pickles, wrapped him up.
The big man. Gee, I'm not sure that Pickle Hay's a big man. Ward wins it down. Now Hay.
Pump him up.
Yeah, pump him up. That's the way to do it. Doreen's just sitting underneath this one. McIndoe with a fist.
Jimmy Mack.
So they sit on this one. We'll see a ball up at half forward for the Lions. The Banjos Rosny scoreboard reads Cygnet 3, Zip 18, leading the Huonville Lions at 1-2-8, early stages of the first term. About 13 minutes gone. Big tackle laid, and we'll see another ball up. Jimmy Mack at the bottom of the pack there, Jimmy McIndoe. Ruck contest one down by Polly. Not sure he was the man in the contest there as the umpire circles and balls it up again.
Bit of push and shove by the boys, just letting off a bit of steam early.
Hay got a handball away somehow. Bevan Roberts out towards Douglas. Douglas handballs up to Vincent. Vincent's kick is a quick one. Fisted away, but Ethan Brock's right on the spot and he spins around and he might be quiet, but he's got a goal.
Don't give him too many chances. Plummed that ball very well. Again, Cygnet good pressure to bring the ball to ground, but Brocky was the one that reap the rewards on that occasion.
Well, Ethan Brock's a star. There's no doubt about that. Kept his feet in the contest as the defender slipped over. I'm not sure who it was. Might have been Jackson Gordon on the ground there. He tried to dive on the footy. You can't give Ethan Brock space like that. One kick, one goal, and that's what stars can do to you. Bug?
Yes.
You said before that he was quiet by his standards, but then he hits the scoreboard like that and everything's forgiven.
I keep doing that to him today, so we're going to spur him on, so that's good. Well done, Brocky.
Well, we're going to be pretty diplomatic here in the commentary box. I know you're a Huonville man, but you've got people on both sides. So the fist comes down by Ward. Douglas off the ground, kicks it straight into Bevan Roberts, but he can't get his hands on the footy. Out it comes now for Gordon. Oh, chopped off there by Jones, and Jones goes bang, sending the ball long. Brock with a bit of space, and bang, he's almost got two in a minute. He'll go back and have a shot on goal at least. Ethan Brock. That fast ball movement, and you know Ethan Brock is quick. He can have 3 or 4 metres on you in the space of 2 or 3 milliseconds. Just smart work there by Budgie Jones.
Yeah, just again, Tubes, you know, just those midfielders getting their first hand on the footy, you know, as I said, just creates so much forward pressure.
100%. In comes Ethan Brock. That's straight through the middle too. Wow.
Game on.
Well, you were giving him a bake. I was saying just give him time to just come into the game, Bug. But 2 goals to Ethan Brock, and both of those goals in as many minutes.
Nice kick of the footy. Not a great deal of rig around with the ball. Nice ball drop. Straight through the middle.
So back in the middle here in the second semi-final, thanks to Banjos Rosny for the SFL. Ward up against Polly. Polly wins it down. Jones read it best. Got his hands on the footy, then got tackled hard by Lockie Watt, and it's called holding the footy.
Did try and break a couple of tackles in, Budge, but it's a pretty quick bump. I'll play on straight away.
Yep. Oh, Jackson Gordon's in trouble here. Beautiful tackle played by Dale Thorpe.
Just trying to get the footy.
And 50. Gee, undisciplined there. But not happy with it, Jackson Gordon.
But not put the mockers on this bloke about shooting for goal, but he should be pretty comfortable with this one, you'd hope.
Well, he's 10 metres out. If he misses this, drop him. Yep. Here comes Dale Thorpe's on the scoreboard now, thanks to Banjos Rosny, where they serve the best sausage rolls in the state at Banjos Rosny. He, of course, Dale Thorpe is your son-in-law, as we see him on the LJ Hooker replay. If you want to sell your home, go to LJ Hooker Pinnacle Property and sell through them, because they'll give you your footy club a cash reward, $500. Not bad. So we're back in the middle. After looking the hot goods early, Cygnet have dropped the lead now to the Huonville Lions. Quick kick around the corner from Bailey Gordon. Dribbles forward. No one really going at the footy there. Quick kick off the ground there by Cohen. He's quick.
Oh, nice pick up there by young Cohen.
Big tackle laid by Boscott. Umpire circling. Too high. Free kick against.
Oof. Couldn't see that one from here, Tubes. So
no, I couldn't
can't comment on that one too much.
No, Alex Vincent, though, the recipient of the free kick.
Bit unsure. Been told to play on.
Boscott laying pressure late. Sam Dean under the footy. Tap now forward for Ward. Smart handball by Mickey Paul. Of course, supplied our scissor lift for today. What a legend he is. He's got to find out. He's the best fabricator in the world.
Georgie.
Yep. George Eves, the Valley's greatest fabricator. They call him the Great White Hunter. Not sure what that's about, do you?
He's got a few names, old George, but I won't go there.
Well, thanks very much, George Eves, for getting us the scissor lift to be able to broadcast today. If you need anything, fabricator, go and see George Eves. We've got a ball up at centre wing. 19 and a quarter minutes gone in the first term. Jones's kick is a high one. Duggan and Paul do battle, as they have done many, many times. Duggan somehow got one away and then just threw it away. Good tackle by Michael Paul.
They enjoy playing on each other, these two. They've got a lot of respect.
Yeah.
Something going on here. Haven't seen.
Not sure what it was for. Downfield. Hold off the ground. Off the ball, is it?
Did not see a thing.
No. Looks like Philp's got the free kick, or is it going to Ethan Brock? No, Philp. So, in comes Philp. Mark it down. Straight through the middle. 5 goals straight to the Huonville Lions just now after kicking the first 2 behinds of the game.
Not sure about them. As long as they don't over-umpire today and let the players play the footy they want to play. If free kicks are there for sure, but
I think, judging by what the umpires were doing, I think the umpires see the game the best. They're out there trying to do the job. They do a great job too. Paddy O'Neill not too happy about the call on the bench here, but it doesn't matter all the same. The goal's on the board, and that's it. In fairness, most of the scoring's been done to the right of screen today in all 3 games so far. Walker somehow caught one high. The umpire's pulled out a free kick going to Mitch Walker.
Ground's in very good condition actually. But you've had a bit of rain down this way the last few months.
Jones straight down the throat of Liam Ward, who wheels around quickly on his right boot, sends it long and deep. At the back, McIndoe kept it in, smart. Philp just touched it on. McIndoe, they get it out here through Schenk. Mickey Paul with a bend around the corner. What a goal! Wow.
Get the big fella fired up.
Well, he's missed a couple of weeks, Mickey Paul, with a hamstring. And to get on the board like that, he calls himself the Prince of the Valley. Self-annotated nickname. I'm not sure about that. That's a good goal on the LJ hooker. How about that?
First I've known about the Prince, but I won't go there again.
What do you got him down as? Bull?
I got him down as many names for Bull, Rat.
Rat.
Commentated an underage game many a year ago.
Yep.
When he actually turned the game on its head in the last quarter.
He's a star.
I always have a bit of a joke about that one every now and again between me and Mick.
Hard over the footy here from everyone involved. Umpire circling and we'll ball it up. So on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard, the Huonville Lions 6-2, 38 lead Cygnet, 3-zip, 18. Can't quite get the ball use after a hot start. Cygnet, it's been Huonville in the last 10 minutes of this term as we hit red time.
It is sort of starting to bottle up a Huonville because they've Cygnet very creative, and they give them a bit of space, which has been their fortress.
Gordon does well, gets it towards Dean now. Jake Dance with a bit of time and space. He's happy off the boot. He likes it. Jake Dance has got one, and the quick response from the Port. Brilliant stuff by Jake Dance. We like him. He's quick. Again, just smart stuff here. Bit of time and space for Jake Dance as it goes forward. Golski.
Nice quick movement by the Port.
14 points the margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. We're back in the middle. I was talking to the Cygnet boys earlier, and you talk about the ground being in good condition. That day on Thursday we had 24 degrees, and it was...
And one there again, Tubes.
Yep.
Boscott and Rundle just both fighting for front spot, and he's pulled out a free kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. McIndoe takes the mark. McIndoe looks down towards Schenk. Paul at the back. Gets a nice shepherd from Walker. Has some time and space. You don't get in the way of
bulldozers coming through.
High one off Bailey Gordon there will go to Budgie Jones. So Jones.
He's having a bit of a spell, old Mick Paul, after that one. He is.
Sends it long. Doreen from the back had his name on that one from the moment it left the boot of Budgie Jones. So Doreen with a short one finds Watt. Lockie Watt from the back pocket. Chopped off by Vincent. It's actually Brody Rundle. No, it's Alex Vincent. And Boscott chops that one off.
Cygnet boys spreading pretty quickly here.
Out wide. Going to take some getting.
Oh, nice catch.
That is a good catch. Mitch Walker. We love watching him play. Walker short. Schenk. Schenk looks up. Goes back towards Vincent. Vincent's got some time here. Gets around Dance. And then Mickey Paul. Well, you stack a couple of wheelie bins up in the forward 50 and occasionally if you kick it near him, it's going to go in. And the big wheelie bin. This was a pretty reasonable shank from Alex Vincent.
Vinny will tell you it was a pass, I reckon.
In comes Mickey Paul. He'll kick from just inside 50. He likes it off the boot. And he's got another one, Mickey Paul. They got 7 in a term, the Huonville Lions, and they're flying.
That's it. He needs a breather after that, Tubes. Coming off for a bit of a break, I think. The big rat.
I reckon he'll come off and top up on probably super or unleaded. I'm not sure what he's taking these days. He certainly isn't an electric vehicle. He's a big V8. Petrol guzzler. So the margin out to 20 points. We've seen 9 scoring shots to 4. That's a telling stat right there.
The forward entry's been, as I said, in Huonville Lions' favour, but it's a credit to Cygnet. Every time they've gone forward, they've pretty much only scored. So
Ward wins it down to Jones, who ran through, shrugged one, shrugged two, holding the footy. A couple of times he's tried to do that, Jones. You can see what he's trying to do. So the free kick will go to Bailey Gordon. Gordon plays on quickly and sends it long down towards Zeitson. The fist came from behind. It'll be a free kick going to Zeitson. I think he's one of the premier defenders in the game, but he's gone up forward this season and kicked quite a few goals, James Zeitson. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. Maybe just on his journey here for Jimmy Zeitson. He plays on. Gets right up close. And he's happy with it too. I tell you what, he knows how to play footy, James Zeitson. And he's got his first, and he keeps the port in touch.
Same again, just in forward, our forward 50 arc, goal straight away.
How good is footy? This is sensational. What a ripper. So, Cygnet, 5 goals straight, 30. Trail the Huonville Lions 7-44. 14 points the margin here in the late stages of the first term. We're into time on. There can't be long left. Polly wins it down. Cohen. How far has he gone? A long way. He kicks one of the most disgusting volleys I've ever seen. Diving on the footy down there. This might be a free kick against. No, umpire circles and says give it to me. I'll ball it up. So ball up again. Polly up against Ward.
Bevan Roberts got his hands on the footy.
Yep.
It's not going nowhere.
The opposition number 10, Lockie Watt. So the 2 10s going at it. We got another stoppage. Polly out of the ruck. Roberts just got a touch on it. Schenk lays a nice shepherd. Ward that got his handball out. Didn't have the footy there. That was good. Jones just ran on with it. Now has it at half forward. Wheels around quickly. Ethan Brock, just a bit too much on it for him. Philp at the back. Chance for Brock again, just keeping the footy alone. It's out of bounds. We'll see a ball in. I'll tell you what, if I'm a defender, and I was a defender, and I've got Jack Philp and Ethan Brock running around near me, I'm panicked all the time. All the time.
Quality football players amongst them two.
Yep, as we see another boundary throw in. Ruck contest, one down by Polly again, who's had a pretty good game. The handball came out from Walker. Getting in the way was the umpire there. Umpire's calling play on. Jones got a handball away to Roberts. Umpire called it a throw. Well, he was on the wrong side to call the throw. I thought he got a fair handball there, but it'll be a free kick going to the Port.
No one on the mark there. Oh, yes, it was. Runner was just a little bit late on it.
Got it away. Brock throws it on the boot. Punched away nicely. Coming through is Hay. Hay got his handball off towards... Might be Rundle in there, and that's caught holding the man. So Bevan Roberts will get a free kick here.
A little bit too far out for little Bev, I reckon, but he'll go back and have a crack, I reckon.
Not sure if we can see that tackle again, Marcus, after we kick this goal, or kick at goal. Shouldn't assume he's going to kick the goal. Yeah, not sure what that was for. Didn't see much of it. Anyway, Bevan Roberts wheels around, tries to get a bit too much journey on the footy. It's going to just land in the square, fist it away. Doreen got it out, and the short one's on here to O'Neill. O'Neill hasn't got much ahead of the footy, so I'll be looking to switch here. Decides against that, sends it low towards Douglas. Penny trying hard. Douglas goes back and picks up the footy, gets it off to Schenk, back to Douglas. Douglas bends one around in the direction of Philp, who flies high. Nice fist from behind. Has he got... No, it's touched. Ford got hands on the footy. Bevan Roberts going to get one high.
Oh. Ticky touch there, Tubes. I suppose it was there. He wants to play on, Bev, and he has.
Yeah, that's a good kick to Alex Vincent. We know Alex Vincent's a good user of the footy too. Doesn't get a look at the goals very often. Does Bundles?
A half-back man.
Is that his nickname, Bundles? Not far off it, am I?
I'll get that one, David Tubes. Let me check on that one. Bundles? Correct. Yeah. Well done.
I'm not bad. I'm not bad, Marcus. Marcus, our man, running the pots and pans in here, pushing all the buttons. In he comes, Alex Vincent. He'll kick from about 45. He's happy with it off the boot. Through the middle. Well, goodness me. They've kicked 8 in a term, the Huonville Lions. And at this rate, we're going to see 200 points kicked in the game.
Great start. It's a good contest, though, by both sides. Using the footy very well. Very high standard game of footy.
Incredible.
I said Cygnet, each time they go forward, pretty much near scored each time they've gone inside 50, so it's a great ratio.
Huge. Cygnet have looked good, though. They're 20 points in arrears. 8-2, the Lions 50. Lead Cygnet 5, zip 30. Back in the middle, Douglas wins it down to Jones. That's a throw.
It's been a long quarter, Tubes, 32 minutes.
Yes, it has been. There's been a lot of goals kicked, though.
Yeah, true.
So, Ward with a long kick inside forward 50. Big fly at the back. Smart mark to Ford.
Just went under the footy, Mitchie Walker.
And there it is, quarter time. So, 5 zip 30. Cygnet trail 8-2-50. Goal kickers for Cygnet. Well, Thor Boscott got him off to a hot start with one within the first minute or so. Other goal kickers for Cygnet, 2 to Jacob Lister and 1 to Jacob Dance and 1 to James Dietzen. For the Lions, it was 2 to Mickey Paul, 2 to Ethan Brock, then singles to Jack Philp, Dale Thorpe, Alex Vincent and Matt Schenk. 8 goals in a term there, Bug. Quarter time, a 20-point margin in favour of the Lions. How did you see that first term, Bug?
Yeah, as I said, it's a good high quality standard of footy. Early Cygnet were on top in the middle, got the first 2 centre breaks. Set up two critical goals. They got them off to a very, very good start. Huonville then got on top a little bit in the centre of the ground for the next probably 10 to 15 minutes and sort of created a bit of forward pressure.
Yeah.
And Cygnet were, sort of held them pretty well for the first few, but they managed to be able to then sort of get on the scoreboard pretty quickly. And then when you start letting blokes like Ethan Brock and that sort of start crumbing footies and taking marks and kicking goals, it's it's putting a bit of pressure on the Cygnet boys.
I think the ruck work of Mitch Walker and Reece Ward through the middle there have been very good, but Brady Jones just looks very classy. Looks like he's turning one on for this game, that's for sure. The winner of this game goes through the grand final. The loser plays in a prelim next week at North Hobart Oval. We're going to take a quick break here at quarter time. My name's Tubes Taylor and Scotty Wilcox, the Bug, will be back in just a few moments. Stick around, thanks to our sponsors, Banjos, Rosny, and of course, LJ Hooker, Pinnacle Property. So we're about to get started in the second term here at Cygnet Oval. It is a 20-point margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. Clubs are out there ready to go. Just waiting for the umpires now to have the field cleared. And we'll be underway. Tubes Taylor joining you on this live stream. I'm joined by Scott Wilcox. Bug.
Thanks, Tubes.
It was a hot start from Cygnet, but then followed up by about 10 or 15 minutes of real flat-out stuff from the Huonville Lions.
You've got to stay at least 2 metres up from that white line when you're not out in the field with the water boy, right?
Just hearing the umpire escort, just giving the instructions to the young water boys.
Pip Townsend showing his authority. Good work, Pip.
Umpire's just telling a few of the fans to stay off the field. Fair enough. They're the rules. I actually think that the rules, the COVID rules, are that no one's allowed on the ground except for players and officials. So
I did think that.
Yep. Tell you what, I've got a great seat here. I've got the wheelie bin out in front of me where I can put my feet up. This is living the dream. A little bit brisk down here at Cygnet as the sun disappears behind the southwest mountains. We're about to get underway. Second term, 20-point margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. Polly up against Ward in the ruck.
Started them off well, big Polly, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get his hand on the footy first.
Completely agree with you there. Ward wins it down only as far as Bailey Gordon. The kick comes forward. Trying hard there was Lockie Watt. Couldn't quite get his hands on the footy. Kick came from Schenk. It's going to land in the arms of Tammins. Tammins looks up. He's got Zeetson leading. That's going to be chopped off by Rody Rundle. So Rundle.
Sneak around that left as he does.
Quickly gets away. Maybe a downfield free kick. No. Umpire said no. Walker tried to get his hand on the footy. Hay laid the shepherd, then went back and got the footy for himself. Big fist from behind. Does really well.
Trumped up well.
Yep. Gordon takes the mark in front of Hay. That's a good mark, and he wheels around quickly. Boscott takes the mark right in front of the commentary position here. Looks up, down towards Lane. Lane's got 2 to beat. Fist came from behind from Johns. He missed everything, but it bounces out of bounds. We'll see a ball in. Right at half forward now for the Cygnet Footy Club. We've got Polly up in the ruck against Ward.
Movement, go!
Ball in. Ward wins it down. Gordon trying hard. Gets tackled quickly. Can't get it out. Umpire says ball it up. Thanks. Brody Rundle was looking for a free kick, and I think Bailey Gordon was a little nervous as he dove on that footy. We'll see a reset.
Run through!
Through Zeetson's, Jake, how am I going? Sammy Dean's legs, and we'll see another ball in front of Bailey Gordon as the ball goes out of bounds.
Starting to close her up a little bit now, and it's trying to not quite as free running footy as it was in the first quarter.
No.
This gets back to some
Defensive structures taking a little bit more of it. Boscott's all by himself at the back here. He's going to get a hold of it too. Scooped it up. Now chances the ball comes deep inside forward 50. Reading this one well was Golding, and he gets a push.
Can't give a man like Boscott a bit of space, especially to centre bounce or throw in like that. Munch it, pick it up very quickly.
Short one's on to Houth. Houth looks up. Penny leads for him. Decides against that. Long one. McAdoe. Walker! Couldn't quite take the mark. Quick kick by Hay. It's going to be chopped off.
Ran out of oxygen then, Tubes.
Nicely by Ford. Gee, that was a big fly from Walker. He hit the ground pretty hard too. Big Mitch Walker as the kick's on for Duggan. Duggan now with a bit of space goes out towards Dance. Dance has got Schenk on his hammer, but he's got a couple of little spots to lead up. And John should chop this one off. He just scoops it with the hands. And it's a mark. Kick isn't real good. Doreen, Houth. Doreen, the big man, gets it off. Here's a chance for Boscott. Pushes off one, then goes back in towards Zeitson. Zeitson from the pocket with a little bend and fist across the line. Smart work.
Mud Crab bashes it through for a point.
Mud Crab Keegan. Why do they call him Mud Crab? Here's the fly. Whoa! He landed too, pretty heavy. Johns with the kick out towards Schenk. How's Schenk got so much space? He always finds it. Goes inboard, finding Thorpe.
Why don't they cover that left? Every time he swings on that left, he'll be awake to that one by now. Oh,
pushing the back. I think it's going to be a free kick going to Ethan Brock. Well, we might have another look at that.
Just hope they don't over-umpire this game here today, boys. It's been very good up to date.
Well, I'm not sure that...
There's not much in that one.
Yeah, you're allowed to hold your ground. I don't know. It's a hard one to call, that one. But Ethan Brock comes in. He'll kick from just inside 50. And maybe the Port Cygnet boys are saying the ball don't lie as that one sails through from behind. Short one. Nice mark taken by Ashland. Looks up. Out wider still.
Spread well here, Cygnet.
Temmons. Might have actually been Jacob Lister. Lane has it at half forward. Long one down towards Doreen. Maybe that's a push in the back. Umpire on the opposite side said no. Here's a chance for Boscott with strength. Not going to have the journey here as Johns fists it across the line for another mine.
Sort of double-decker ute over the other side over there too, Chief. It was pretty impressive.
Double-decker utes.
Yeah.
That's not bad. So ball in. It wasn't a behind at all. Bit of holding going on in the pocket there with Jennings and co. Out of the ruck. Here's a chance. Bending one round the corner there for Lister. Mitchell Lister gets his first. The first of the quarter for both teams. The margin back to 14. Who's got the horn down here? Who's got the bugle?
It's got the bugle. Didn't hurt us first time I've heard it, actually.
Really?
Must be attached to the Cygnet boys. So very effective.
How about that for a goal? Opportunistic.
Cygnet boys working out a few strategies here in the centre.
So back in the middle. Ward wins it down. And as far as McIndoe and Dean, who cut off the foot at the same time, Dean runs away with it. The umpire says, no, too late, I've already caught a ball up.
Wrapped up again. Yeah. Bev Roberts, you going nowhere.
He's played well the last couple of weeks, Bevan Roberts. Brody Rundle and Dale Thorpe both had good games last week too. So that one's fisted down by Ward.
Oh, that was clever.
Smart by
Barnacle.
Douglas to McIndoe. And bang, straight down the throat of Jack Philp. That was clever.
Jimmy Mack, just a big old flick pass out the back. Barnacle on the end of it, straight to Philby.
That's a strong grab too. Contested. Bluey Duggan.
What you can do about that one?
No. Philp, goal. So Jack Philp's got two. The first goal of the term for the Huonville Lions. The margin back out to 20 points.
Just fell into old Barnacle's hands there, that little flick pass and big Jimmy Mack.
Yep.
Tell the boys about that one, I reckon, for a while.
He's happy to talk about himself, Jimmy Mack, isn't he? So 20 points the margin, 7 3/4 minutes gone on the Banjos scoreboard. The Banjos Rosny scoreboard, of course. We've got a ball up in the middle. Walker against Doreen. Doreen wins it down. Got a handball off. They ran into each other there. Sammy Dean trying hard. Out the back for Thorpe. It's actually Bevan Roberts who got his kick forward. Duggan going back with a flight. Courageous, as he's done for so long. Short one. finds Sammy Dean. Dean looks up. He's got no one really to kick to, so he looks towards Doreen, but chopping it off there, Walker. Walker's got numbers all through the centre of Cygnet Oval, but he decides to go against that and kick it down towards Mickey Paul. Big fly from behind. Fisted away there by Duggan. Douglas has got some time. As he gets there, he's got 4 to beat.
Good
the
attack
Barnacle,
on the footy, Dougie.
Brilliant stuff. Out the back to Schenk. Schenk to Mickey Paul. Paul from 50 sends it long inside the square, and a nice mark taken by Will Ford. Ford goes out wide, finds Livingston. Livingston's got Bailey Gordon short. He goes in that direction. It's got to be a good mark. Oh, fist from Thorpe was good. And we'll see a boundary throw in.
So you got to do, just try and get a hand in there. Just do your little bit each time you're in, called up to take a roll. Just do what you can.
Ball in. It should have been a free kick going to Doreen. It was missed. Barnacle got a good tackle and it forced the kick out of bounds on the full. Ward. The Liam variety. Looks up. Mickey Paul arriving late. Fist from Duggan was good. Then he spins out of trouble. Handballed over the top. Gee, it's dangerous. It works out okay. Ashland running the ball out from 50. A scrubby left foot kick goes out towards Cohen. Cohen pushes Vincent off the footy and it goes out of bounds. I think they'll be happy with that Cygnet. Huonville look very, very dangerous.
Schenky trying to get a bit of a freebie there.
Some might nip it to be a bit cheeky, isn't it?
Never.
So we'll see a ball in at half forward for the Lions. Walker pushed under the footy nicely by Doreen. Kick into the middle of the ground here. Hay fisted away well by the Port. Dylan Hayett just lands in his pocket. He looks up, kicks it long, down towards Ethan Brock. Nice fist from behind. Did well. Now a chance for Ford. Going back. Duggan got his kick away. Bouncing ball here for Toby Cohen. Cohen spins around and just throws it on the boot. Which way is this going? Who wants it? Brody Penny does well. Out comes Zeetzen. Zeetzen gets his handball over the top. Looking for a teammate in Lister. Lister gives it off to Lister. So the kick comes down towards Livingston. Livingston spins out of trouble. Looks up. Goes down towards Duggan and Co. Fists over the back. Jake Dance. Nice work here for Lane. Lane across the face of goal from behind. So they've had opportunity.
Dan Golding had his hands full there. But
that should have been a goal. Geordie Lane just rolled it across the ground. Didn't have enough bend on it. Had a man running to in Reece Jennings in game 300. Out the ball comes from Ward. That is not great. Nice work there. Brilliant spot up from Thor Boscott. Finds Jake Dance in the pocket. They need a goal here, the Port. Just to steady things up a little. Jake Dance, very deliberate. In he comes. Nothing on it. Lane with strength. How did he mark that? He just read it beautifully. Needs to go back and kick this one, Jordan Lane.
See the boys pretty quick to let Big Dan Golding know.
Yep. So in he comes, Jordan Lane. He kicked one from a similar spot just a moment ago, but he dribbled it through from behind. This is a tough side for a right footer with a natural bend on the kick. Kick it nice and high, and it should be all right. As it goes straight through the middle. Jordan Lane gets his first of the game, the second goal of the term for Cygnet. And that margin back to 14 points.
Good game of footy still. So Cygnet sort of making use every time it goes into their forward 50. Back to that very critical centre bounce.
Well, they look really dangerous in the middle of the ground, the Huonville Lions. But they're matching it through the rest of the ground. The Port. Ball up. Out it comes for Ward. Nice tackle laid. It's kicked away. Duggan doing well. Here's a chance for Jackson Gordon. Fisted away. Budgie Jones slipped over. Now a chance as he goes through again. Duggan got the handball out. Now a quick kick. It's coming directly towards me. Who wants it? Bouncing ball for Walker. Does okay. Keeps it in. He doesn't have the footy, so a free kick against Boscott to Walker. Walker wheels around. Not the kick he wanted, I don't think. And a nice strong mark there to Ford. Cygnet not happy with that one. The Cygnet crowd, I mean. And it's probably the population of Cygnet that are here today. Ford goes short, out wide to Gordon.
Great crowd here today too,
oh, it's sensational, isn't it?
Statewide League will love a crowd like this.
Big chip. Ward will fly. Out the back. Lane got his handball away. Out of bounds for a ball in. Gee, I love this contest. They really, once they get across that line, they really don't like each other, these teams. But I'll tell you what, off the field, they're best mates. It's weird. So a boundary thrown right on the centre of Cygnet Oval.
Been like that for a very, very long time, Tubes.
They certainly have. Penny might get a free kick here. No, umpire says just ball it up, thanks. Budgie Jones just having a little bit of chirp at young Mitch Lister. There might be a free kick going to Walker. It is. Played that very well, did Mitch Walker.
No, we're not. Just can't do much hitting at the footy, but now he's got it.
Short one's on to Dylan Hay. Gee, you got Adam Duggan on the mark here, so where's Mick Paul? Just put it in his direction.
Adam, he hoping he's
been one off the ball here.
Didn't you see that off the corner?
Yeah, I didn't see it either, but Bailey Gordon's on the ground. Boscott's getting a little bit of a chirp from the umpire there. Not sure what it was for. Bailey Gordon's okay. He's up now. Once the footy's in your area, you tend to forget about being hit. As that kick comes inside towards Mitch Lister, the handball comes up for Duggan. Duggan just wheels out of trouble. Back to Gordon. Gordon with a short one. Gee, it's dangerous. They could raffle it here, Cygnet. Doreen going back all the way back to Bluey Duggan.
Who's pressure on here at the moment.
Yeah, out to Ford. That is Lucas Ford. He goes short, finding a man in Watt.
Good foot skill so far, but Port, so try and get the ball out of Huonville's forward half.
Lockie Watt just kicked into the man on the mark. That's unforgivable. Vincent to Schenk. Schenk looks up. He doesn't have much.
Left.
Yep.
Out another
Rundle.
left.
Rundle down towards Doreen in the opposition colours. Plays on quickly. He's got Lister. Hot on his hammer is Jack Houth. It lands in Lister's arms. That's okay. Short kick. Goes towards Boscott, who made the ground up. He looks up. He's got Geordie Lane. He goes in the other direction short. Finds Tammons. Beg your pardon. That's actually Lister. And Lane takes the mark in front of Golding. He's right on his spot, I reckon.
Cygnet's going to have a shot, Tubes.
He's a beautiful kick of the footy, Jordan Lane. There's a fair bit of leg to get behind the Clements Mitre 10 Sharon. And this will bring the margin back to 7 points. It's going to take all of him. Gee, it's a all right kick off the boot. It's just fading, and it's through from behind. Gee, that was close. Geordie Lane's kicked 1 goal 2 in this term. So, Johns to bring the ball out. He looks long. Walker from a long way back. Flew high again. That's going to hurt. Rundle got the handball over the top towards Thorpe. Thorpe with a little fist. Got it back towards Jones. Jones again over the top.
Rundle.
Yep, Brody Rundle just chasing after the footy. The Barnacles down there too.
Testing my eyes over that far.
Quick one out the back to Bailey Gordon. Happy to see it across the line for a boundary thrown. Police doing some good work over there. They got If he looks to his right there, that
yeah,
copper.
real good work.
He's got a fair bit of interesting activity happening on the back of that ute. Goodness me, is that a grandstand? Anyway, ball in, right on the forward 50. Gordon, across the face of goal towards Livingston. Livingston looks up, he's got Boscott leading out to the pocket. That's a good kick. Boscott has the footy. Spins around with a short worm burner towards Dance. Dance just overran the footy, as did Brody Penny. Off the ground, that's a clever touch. Alex Vincent going back with the flight, takes the mark. Gee, if that went 15 metres, I'm not here. Vincent into the middle of the ground, finds Jones. Jones looks up. Out wide, he's got a man. He decides to go shorter inboard.
Bevan Roberts.
Yeah, Bevan Roberts through the middle of Cygnet Oval. Goes long, and here's Mickey Paul all by himself.
He uses the ball very well, Bevan Roberts. Adam Duggan's not happy.
No. You see here, Mickey Paul just finding some space out the back here. It's good movement. It went Jones, Roberts, Paul. In he comes. Just across the face of goal for Mick Paul. So a little let off there for the Port. And they'll look to bring it back in. Out they come. Lucas Ford underneath the footy, tapped away in front of Sam Dean.
Got a big pickle.
"20 minutes gone on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. It is 9-4, 58 Huonville Lions to Cygnet 7-3-45. 13 points the margin in favour of the Huonville Lions. Ruck contest, one down. Rundle trying hard, just bending it around. I think that was Ford. Oh, that's a great pickup by Vincent. Out into the path of Mickey Paul, who holds off a man. He's got 3 to beat, and he takes a great grab. Just reads it so well, the big man.
Put the big mid out, a little bit of a fend off, and then nice catch.
Every time the ball goes near him, you just feel like something's going to happen. Have a look at this remark. As you said, the fend off there and just read it so well. Jackson Gordon just floating across the front, couldn't get a fist on it.
He won't miss two.
He has.
Thanks, Tubes.
He's kicked 2-2, Mickey Paul. So, I think it's Jackson Gordon bringing the footy out from fullback.
Much happening for him here at the moment.
Bevan Roberts.
Good wrap up, young Bevan.
Mickey Paul with a fend off of Lucas Ford, then another one. This one won't miss. Yes, it will. Gee, goodness me. That's rancid stuff from Mickey Paul. And the Bronx cheers from the Cygnet fans.
I'm going to rev him up too much, though, Tubes.
No, you don't want an angry Michael Paul. Mind you, you wouldn't want an angry Jordan Lane either. At the other end of the footy, oval. Ball in, comes out the back. Ashling got a handball away. Trying hard down there is Rundle. Out the back for Schenk from Roberts. But it's going to be wrapped up here by Doreen. So Joey Doreen sends it long. Zeetson's worked under the footy nicely.
Jimmy Mack tried it.
Yeah, Jimmy McIndoe. And we'll see a ball up. Right on the far side of Cygnet Oval as the sun comes out. Boys will be getting a tan.
She'll cool off about 5, I reckon, Tubes.
Yeah, I reckon. Quick kick away by Livingston. Lands in the arms of a teammate. Out there in Lister. Lister's kick's okay, and Lane. Now there's an absolute paddock down here for Cygnet as they go forward again, and a nice mark taken by Tammins. So Jack Tammins will go back from directly in front just to the near side. Timmins needs to go back and kick this after a couple of let-offs from Mickey Paul.
Both clubs ringing a few changes. Would have got the opportunity. Well, shot on goal. He's just pushed her off to the left-hand side.
So behind for Timmins. They've kicked 2 goals for in this term. If it's 4 goals 2, it's a different story. Anyway, Johns again taking the ball out to that far side. Livingston chops in, Dance into the pocket, but it's going to be chopped off by Golding. Daniel Golding with the footy in the back pocket, goes across the face of goal to McIndoe. McIndoe goes out wide towards Keegan, but this one's going to roll out of bounds. So
horrible
again, a let off for Cygnet as Huonville, with some poor skills, keep it inside the defensive forward 50.
Well, arms waving and a lot of setups.
Yep, boundary throw-in. One down by Polly. Dance. Semi Dean gets DDT'd. Umpire pulls out a free kick. The non-controlling umpire, so it'll go to Semi Dean.
Oops.
Goes into the pocket towards Jennings. So Reece Jennings in game 300, the veteran. I think he's only about 30. He's been playing senior footy since he was 15. That was a good replay that we saw there, thanks to LJ. That was the free kick. So Reece Jennings from a tough pocket. And here comes the veteran. On the left foot, just tugged it to the near side. Out on the full.
Skill errors by both sides at the moment, so it's first quarter might have taken its toll. It's very high quality skill levels. It's fallen away just a little bit. Bit of pressure being applied by both sides out there at the moment.
Penny takes the footy at the back pocket. Goes out wide to Rawson.
You called his name much, Tubes?
No, we don't like to say that about players though. Oh, great chase by Dance as that kick is affected by that tackle. Now back to Rundle. Handball came through. Here comes Lane. Got his handball off to the big man Polly. Now they go through the middle here. Rawson just scooped it up, threw it away. Keegan. Now McIndoe. Here's a chance for Schenk. Gee, he's elusive, isn't he? Just doesn't ever seem to have anyone on his hammer. And Ethan Brock gets a look. Wheels around quickly. He goes bang towards goal, and that's out on the full. So seen 2 out on the fulls. Hearing Jack Tammins barking orders at the coach from the bench. Don't mind that though. If you've got systems, as the umpire's pulled out a free kick. Not sure what that's for, and 50. Not entirely what short that was short. What was for?
I think there's a bit of confusion out there at the moment.
Looks like he's pointing at Dale Thorpe, the umpire. Double 50. A double 50. Goodness me. Well, undisciplined stuff. So it's a chance here for Lockie Watt to have a kick on goal. Not entirely sure what that was for. Not going to have the journey here. Boscott's going to fly out the back. Alex Vincent happy to see it across the line. Did you see what that was for?
No.
Just asking anyone. Hello? Nope. No one saw what it was for, but the double 50, 100-metre penalty. Can't be giving away too many of those, as we'll see a boundary throw-in. Right inside the forward 50 for the Port. Budgie Jones over in the footy. Jennings now diving in. They're asking for a free kick. They're going to get one here. Jennings cop one high. So Reece Jennings will go back and have a shot from a pretty similar spot.
It's a bit nervous of having this shot, I think, Tubes. You don't really want it.
No. So this will bring it back to 17 points. Sorry, 8 points. How am I going? 45 plays 59. We think we're on 46. We're not sure. We'll figure it out at half time, I'm sure. In comes Jennings on the left foot. That's better.
That's better.
Game 300 for Reece Jennings and a goal in that special game. And they get around him too. Here's the replay of a beautiful kick. In he comes. It was better than his first one. He had to practice at it the first time and kicked it out on the full. We've got an update. Half time at Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne 10-7-67 lead the Sharks 5-6-36. So it looks like Lindisfarne will make the prelim at this stage. It's half time, of course. But at this stage, Lindisfarne in charge. We've got 52-59 on the scoreboard. 8-4-52 to 9-5-59. The Lions in front on the Banjos scoreboard. Out the back, Thorpe over in the footy. Jones ducked in underneath it. Hay got his kick away, but it's going to Lister. Mitchell Lister through the centre of Cygnet Oval. Kicks it out wide. Finds a teammate in Tammins. Tammins looks up. He's got a short one on in Jennings if he wants. Decides against that, then goes longer afield down towards Polly and Lane and Co. Zeetson underneath the footy. And there it is, halftime siren going here. It is Cygnet, 8-4-52, trailing the Huonville Lions, 9-5-59. And the goal kickers for Cygnet, we've got 2 to Jacob Lister, then singles to Jake Dance, Reece Jennings, Thor Boscott, James Zeetson, Jordan Lane and Michael Lister. For the Huonville Lions, 2 to Jack Philp, Ethan Brock and Mickey Paul, and singles to Dale Thorpe, Alex Vincent and Matt Schenk. Well, the game's set up for a massive final half here in the Banjos-Rosny SFL second semi-final between Cygnet and the Huonville Lions. We're going to take a quick break here, get a little bit of moisture into our lips, and come back for the second half. We must, of course, thank our sponsors, Banjos-Rosny, and, of course, LJ Hooker Pinnacle Property, along with Hames Paints, or Hames Paints, Clennan's Mitre 10, and ID Clothing. We'll take a quick break. Tubes Taylor and Scott the Bug Wilcox coming back to you live with the second half in just a few moments. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Jack's mark. Jack's mark. All right, Duggan! Did you grab that on my hands or did that just fall down to you? No way! I'll go like that. I'll never push on. Oh boy, mate. Oh shit.
You've learned that lesson, Harry. Take on the dirt. Bouncing off like a little bit.
Bouncing off the centre, Billy.
You got internally suspended.
Keep a little ball bearings.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great
Oh, look at that kick.
Oh, hey! No! Yeah! Drop on it, please.
He was saying that to me.
I came back down like, oh, well,
Oh, you are went out and straight check them all, right?
I'm letting a buffer bar off the ball, aren't I, John, or not? I'm letting a buffer bar off the ball, or not?
Is that busted?
Yeah, you told me I wasn't allowed it.
Dad. Dad.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, about to start the third term here in this Banjos Rosny SFL second semi-final between Cygnet and the Huonville Lions. It's a 7-point margin in favour of the Lions, the visitors, if you like. They are 9-5-59 to Cygnet 8-4-52. My name is Tubes Taylor. I'm joined by Bug Wilcox, or Scott, as he's known in his professional capacities. What do you think the message was at half-time for the Huonville Lions?
I think the Huonville boys were sort of, Coach Billy Lamprell was just reiterating just that, keep enjoying the game. So enjoying your game. You've sort of, got a smile on your dial. You're doing your bit when the ball's in your area. It's a big advantage. Cygnet boys, I reckon again, they proved in that quarter too that they can match, so much match it, but as soon as they start playing the style of footy that they've accustomed to, really shows why they finished on top of the ladder.
There goes the siren for the third quarter to start.
Come on, Joey!
And we're away. Doreen wins it down. Nicely to Bailey Gordon. Just got tackled. Doreen out the back. Here's a chance as they go forward. No, they go back to Tammins. Tammins got his kick smothered. Lister. Lockie Watt, rather. Handballed over the top to a running Bailey Gordon, who's got a bit of time through the centre of Cygnet Oval. Down the throat of one of the opposition players. Dance, smart, out the back from lane towards Zeitson. Couldn't quite get a hold of the footy. Yeah. Tackled by Douglas. That's a great tackle. Play on was the call.
On the footy, that was.
Gordon Pops it up towards Boscott with strength. Thor Boscott against the mud crab Keegan.
Showed his experience there, for.
Gee, that was strong. Just pure strength from the Cygnet coach. Not sure.
Bit stiff there, old Dougie,
Yep.
I thought, but
Keegan just manhandled down there, and in comes Boscott, expecting to start the second half as he started the first with a goal, and he bangs it through. Boscott's got 2. Now the margin, just the slimmest it can be. 1 behind on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard.
game on.
Game on, absolutely. Check out the LJ Hooker replay. He loved it too, Boscott. Just snuck in on the inside of that post, though. A minute and a half gone on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. Jones got it out. Rundle, handballed over the top. Now a chance for Ward. Ward goes inside forward 50, and out comes Mickey Paul. So the quick response looking here for the Lions. Bit of a shootout here, Bug.
I did have a chat to him at half-time, Choose, and told him he couldn't kick very straight today, so he's probably come out to try and prove you wrong here, I reckon.
Yep.
Let's hope so.
In he comes. Big Mickey Paul. Bangs it. And just to the near side. Now kicked 2 goals, 3, Michael Paul. Ford to bring it out. Short one on. Finds his man. I think it was Ashland. Went out towards Bailey Gordon. Gee, rough stuff.
Put them on me, Jimmy Mack.
Yeah, good pressure from McIndoe. It's out of bounds, so a boundary throw-in. In front of some of the young Tigers. So ball in.
Be lurking around here trying to get a sneaky one here, the Huonville boys.
Watch for Jones and co. Hit the pack. Walker wins it down. Paul gets his body over the footy. Jones out right on cue. Pops it on the boot. Down there by himself is Ford. Wraps it up. Right in the sunlight too.
Go the other way, 40.
Livingston. Looks short, goes long. Over the back. Here's a chance for Schenk. Can he pick it up? Hot on his hammer is Lucas Ford. Umpires pulled
Pressure
out.
by Jackie
Boundary-
Howe.
Yeah, ball in.
Reset again.
Two points the margin in favour of the Lions on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. Out of the ruck, Doreen throws it on the boot. Reading it beautifully though is Johns. Tammins from behind late. Umpire says just take the mark and stand where you are, please. Floating across in front.
Mitchy
is
Walker.
Doreen. Big Mitch Walker, nice tackle laid. Umpire says give it to me, I'll ball it up, thanks. Lovely tackle laid by Paddy O'Neill. One down by Doreen. Boscott picks it up. Handballs off to Gordon, running through. Good kick. Zeitson trying hard. Picked up nicely by Johns. That's Adam Johns. He's going to get it back here. No, it just went over the top of him. Coming to meet the ball was Ward.
Big wacky Johns on all fours there, trying to get it out. She's not going nowhere.
No, ball up. Bloke's got motorbikes on the back of that ute.
Just a free tea stand over there.
Yeah, look at it. Just there on the left of the screen. They got a couch up there. We saw that last week down at Huonville. Ruck contest, 1 down. Schenk went through with pace. Penny trying hard. The free kick's going the way of Schenk. Just a hold a little too long there by maybe Livingston. He goes down towards Ward. Pushed under the footy. Nice mark, O'Neill.
No, paid the push.
I'm not sure.
No.
Yeah, well, Walker's got a free.
let these blokes, just let the boys play the game out a bit. It's been a good game of footy. Last time we want over umpiring.
Yeah, I think technically that pushes there, maybe, but I'm not sure whether it's warranted a free kick. Well, it doesn't matter to us, does it? As it comes in, Walker off the boot, and he's kicked it behind. So the ball to come out now. Fist from behind.
Vincent.
Yep, came long. Houth over the footy, rolling ball. So we've got a boundary throwing right on the paint of 50 here at Cygnet Oval. 6.5 minutes nearly gone in the third term. It is a 3-point margin in favour of the Lions. This game's going to go down to the wire, I imagine. So ball in. Jennings scooped it away. Boscott tried hard to shrug the tackle. Jones hot on his hammer. Handball came back. Nicely worked out. It's going to come to Lockie Watt with a short kick, but it's coming straight back. Golding found the mark. Golding looks out wide, finds Penny. Not a lot of movement down there. They're kicking right into the sun. Rawson going back with the flight. Bounced up into his arms. Nice tackle laid again by Lockie Watt. That one's just stayed inside. Jones with a smother from Jennings over the line for a ball in. Right inside, deep inside forward 50. A lot of pressing happening here.
Jostling for positions
they're trying to find a spot. Everyone's trying to find Jones. Umpire's put out a free kick here.
Oh,
well, Rundle's got a free kick. I think you're allowed to jostle for position. I'm not sure you're allowed to hold. Umpire's in the best spot though. We're a fair way away from it. In comes Rundle. They've been pressing, and that will go through for a goal. So Brody Rundle hits the scoreboard. The first goal of this quarter for the Huonville Lions. And their margin back out to 9. You weren't happy with that free kick?
Oh, went Huonville's way, but as I said, I just keep going back. Don't over umpire the game. Just let the boys. I know that a lot of new rules have been put into place, but it's been a very enjoyable game to date. So let the boys play the game. Just keep it flowing. I know the ticky-tack one's been played both ways, but if they're there, for sure. But if they're not, let it go on.
So we're back in the middle. 9 points the margin on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. Ward wins it down to Jones, and he's got a country mile in front of him and decides to kick it in the Brock direction. Can't quite get his hands on the footy. Now just kicking out of the area of the port. Try to clear it. High. Rawson not happy with that. The Bronx cheers from the Cygnet faithful. Livingston has Duggan short. He goes in that direction. That went about 4 metres. Apparently Bluey Duggan's had about 4 weeks off the grog, which is huge for him. Zeitson from behind. Attacked the footy. Now cop one. He's going to get a free kick here. Kick came forward from Lockie Watt. And a strong mark to Lane.
It's a bit too big then for... It was a mud crab, but just got himself sort of under the footy a little bit. Laney put the big dukes up and pulled in a big strong mark.
In he comes, Jordan Lane. You see that strong mark there.
Sorry, apologise to Mud Crab. Stan Golding.
In comes Jordan Lane, kicking it goal. Needs this for his confidence, Geordie Lane. He's kicked 1 goal, 2. It's nice off the boot, straight over the goal umpire's hat. The second for the Port. And the horns start ringing. Let's not forget, the winner of this game goes directly into 2 weeks' time, the grand final. What a beautiful kick. Umpire just stood straight at attention, straight over his hat. Back to a 3-point margin on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard.
Ethan Brock's made it move into the middle of the ground.
Yeah, just trying to get him into the game.
Impact he can have.
Ward, nice tackle by Polly. Polly on one leg. Told me a couple of years ago that he'd never play footy again. Out it comes now for Bluey Duggan, rolling out the back. No one down there except for Huonville players. Penny tries to get around Dance, and that one's gone out of bounds on the full.
Boscott's trying to get his hands on this one.
Yeah, I would too. So it's Lockie Watt.
Hang on, Lockie.
There used to be a dog track around this oval, or a bike track, or what was it? Lockie Watt just pops it up to the spot. They all fly. Nice fist from the Huonville Lions players. Somehow it came out the back. Bailey Gordon gets wrapped up in a tackle, and the umpire says, give it to me. Starts to get a bit chilly here at Cygnet Oval. Lane tried to swipe one away, scooping it back. Chance for Golding out the back. Johns tackled hard. Now a chance for Jennings. Jennings just throws it on the boot. It's a real high up and under. They need to keep it in here. Big fly! Doreen. Great mark. Gets a pat on the back from Jimmy Zeitson.
Some tall timber down there at the port. There's a mongrel coming in from Frandrick Gamer. Joey managed to pull her in.
In comes Doreen around the corner. Bends it enough. He loves it too. He turns around and tells the crowd, it's the Joey Doreen show. His first goal of the game, and Cygnet are in front for the first time since the first quarter. They're tough to kick. Saw that on the LJ Hooker Pinnacle property replay.
Back in the middle, critical centre break this one. Oh, umpire.
Umpire's pulled out a free kick going to Jones for a hold off the footy. Across his arm. Well, when you got a star like Brady Jones running through the footy oval. Nice fist from behind. Shank got it off the ground. Now a chance for Duggan to mop it up. Paul pushed him off the footy. Lister trying hard. Be happy to see this across the line. Shank got it out towards Douglas. Douglas kept it in. Smart work from the Barnacle. It's out of bounds.
The reset here, the boys. Make sure we give ourselves a bit of an opportunity to try and sneak forward again. Mitch Walker putting his hand up for the ruck contest.
You like that?
Brody Jones has got two at the moment. Barnacle trying to get his hands on the footy.
Oh, he burrowed into the Barnacle. Out it comes for Rundle. Now for Thorpe. Thorpe going in towards goal. Just squeezes it to the near side behind. So Dale Thorpe with 1 goal, 1.
Robsy! High free kick! Robsy, contact! Pause!
Fist from behind, that was good.
Sammy Dean strong, trying to barge through.
Oh, holding the footy. Oh. No, I'm not entirely sure there's prior opportunity there, but anyway, Vincent.
Oh, Vinny.
Took out his own man there, Sammy Dean. Big fly from behind. Brock got it out. Paul, unselfish across the face of goal. McIndoe caught the footy. Yep.
Picked up a blade of grass at the same time, I reckon.
Yep, might have just been a bump ball. Jimmy Mack.
Probably need this one. Bit of a team lifter. This one, if the Jimmy Mack can put this one through.
Well, they'll put him back in front by 4 points. In comes McIndoe.
Kicking boots on Big Jimmy. How's he gone?
He likes it. And then pushes a man over too. Through the middle for Jimmy Mack.
Just letting him know.
It's probably
40,
a little...
40's not real sure what it was about.
No, I think 40 probably just...
40 will square up it throughout the game, I reckon.
Just fell over there forward, I think, in the end. We'll see it on the Pinnacle Property replay. Through the middle. Like it.
A little rest, 40, I think.
Smart stuff. But anyway.
So we can get the hand on the ball first here in this centre bounce.
Out it comes now. Cohen got it down towards Boscott. Worked the angles nicely. Jake Dance with pace. Sends a short one down towards Lane. Duggan did well. Umpires put out a free kick again. Not happy with that one, Bug. Well, Jordan Lane's going to go back. The Cygnet faithful are happy about it. There's been some free kicks that have been pulled out that we haven't seen, but umpires, as I say, a hard job to do, and they are in the best spot to call it. So Lane. Here he comes. The big man for Cygnet. No, just to the near side. First blemish on the scorecard for the Port this term. Margin back to 3 points. Cam Johns brings it out. Goes down towards Roberts. Oh, arriving late.
Try to one end.
Was O'Neill. Not sure that that'll be 50 metres.
Come on, boys. Let's get on and play the game.
Roberts towards Douglas. Dean. Douglas takes a mark. Then
Unbunny.
gets up and goes fast.
Dougie.
Got his handball away to McIndoe. Coming through was Rundle. Rundle with a short one towards Mickey Paul. Just sitting underneath it though. Ford will wrap it up. Short to Cohen. Cohen quickly moves the ball out wide. Looking for Boscott. Got there in the end. Turns around from half back. Nothing to kick to up long. So he just holds the footy here for a moment.
Good to play on.
Drives it long. That's a 50-metre kick towards Ashland. Getting underneath the footy. Ward did well. Picked it up to Jones. Jones goes back to Vincent. Vincent in the middle towards McIndoe. Chopping it off, though, is Roberts. Roberts spins around down towards Rawson. Strong mark in front of Boscott. Numbers behind the ball for the Port. So Rawson just pops it up down towards Ethan Brock, who flew high. Fist from over the back, out of bounds.
Ball in deep in the forward pocket for the Huonville Lions. Niggle starting to creep into the game. Good to see.
Yep. They'll be keen to win this. So you see a bit of direction stuff coming here. Polly just scooped it down. Through with pace. Not sure who that was, but it bent around. Ward got jumped on by Watt. Now umpires pulled out a free kick here. A little too high there. Fair enough. A little overzealous there from Lockie Watt. Plays on quickly. Long kick down in the pole direction. Fist from Duggan is good. Douglas held his strength. Off to Bevan Roberts around the corner. Bending one. Just to the near side. So Ford to bring the ball back in for the Port. Short one. Jennings. The vet.
For someone to push up a bit for him.
Ward with a fist. It's going to be a free kick going to the Port here. There was a hold off the footy. So Geordie Lane will take the free kick.
The crowd's helping the umpires out over there a fair bit.
Maybe. I think, if I'm honest, I feel like Huonville have had the rub of the green in this term, or in this game at least. Boscott read it best, then went back and got it. His handball came inboard to Polly. Polly got a handball out towards Cohen. Cohen with a little touch. Cop one high, then goes back to Boscott. Boscott with a forced quick kick.
Oh, overran the footy.
Inside forward 50. Here's a chance. Out the back. Chance for Deadrock. Livingston with a paddock to run into. Goes forward and kicks the goal. Brilliant stuff. Tough kick from there. But Livingston puts them in front.
Good game of footy, Tubes. That's what we've come to watch.
Wow. 12-5-77. Cygnet lead the Huonville Irons. 11-9-75. We can hear Harry Thomas. Harry Thomas, the runner from Cygnet, just whinging about rules. Well, Harry, just do what the umpire says and you won't get in trouble, mate. Ball up.
Just be careful out there today.
Yep. Nicely won down by Ward.
Chicken.
Handball over the top. That's a clever touch. Now they've got some space through Lockie Watt. Lockie Watt with a worm burner, but it's chopped off. Well done.
The mud grab.
Mud grab. Keegan. What did I call him? Crab Walker or whatever. Comes with Dylan Hay. Hay into the middle. Finds Jones with the double grabber. Got time. Jimmy Mack in the middle of the ground. They got Bevan Roberts here too.
Dale Thorpe.
McIndoe's got plenty of time and space. I beg your pardon, it was Dale Thorpe. It got it out to McIndoe. McIndoe's got Houth long.
Oh,
No one really
Jackie.
wants it. Jack Houth spins out of trouble, then spins into trouble. Ethan Brock, hot on his hammer. Nice tackle by Bluey Duggan. Umpire circling, and ball it up.
Few tired bodies out there at the moment, I think, Tubes.
Well, it's been a really fast-paced game, hasn't it? But we'll see a ball up in the forward pocket. One down by Walker. Handball came out. Ethan Brock. He gobbles these up. Ethan Brock. Wow. Hasn't had a goal since the first
too
term.
many opportunities, that boy.
No. And that's his bread and butter right there. Puts them back in front. So a real seesawing affair here at Cygnet Oval on the Banjo's scoreboard.
Coming off a recharge too, Brocky. So
He's got little legs, hasn't he?
he'd love that, Tubes.
I know. I've got a bit of time for Ethan, so he and I are friends. So I'm allowed to say that sort of thing about a mate, aren't you? You're allowed to say he's got little pinner legs. You allowed to say that? I'm just looking at our producers here. Am I allowed to say that Ethan Brock's got little? No, he's sort of
Chicken
saying
legs.
yes or no. Up to you, Tubes. Anyway, it was a great goal. He's got 3 for the day, Ethan Brock. Sammy Dean out the back. Got a runner in Gordon. Gives it off. And that is a kick in hope. Bouncing ball, gee. The Sharon and the Clennants might have 10. Came to the fork in the road. And it bounced into Budgie's arms and out to Schenk. Schenk plays on quickly. Goes long, down towards Ward. Ward's got time. He's basically run out to Gardiner's Bay there. Short ones on here. Houth flew at the footy. Nice defensive work. Duggan in trouble because a freight train in Brodie Rundy was coming through. Gordon kicked long in hope again. And the mark taken easy by Adam Duggan.
Gives it off to
Adam
Brody
Johns, rather. Jones, short. Finds Thorpe. Thorpe wheels around quickly. Nice long kick, but Joey Doreen, so much time and space, can just give the 1-2 and take an easy mark. Short one's on. Toby Cohen. Not a lot of time or space out here, so he goes out wide to Ashland. Takes an easy mark. Ashland not happy with the treatment. Gives it off to Bluey Duggan. That's a good kick. Thor Boscott doing a bit of work. Now a chance. It's a foot race. Cam Johns, so good. Got his handball away. Now a chance for Keegan. Keegan picks it up. Goes long. Out towards Vincent. Got it off to Hay. Hay now with his kick. Got it away. Ford with time. Duggan back to Ashland. Ashland back to Ford. Ford with a short one to Lister. That went about 2-3 metres. Yeah. Lister's kick. All too good for Vincent. Play on.
Nice kick.
Yeah, that is a good
CJ.
kick. Johns. Wheels around onto the left. Mickey Paul flies from the back. Nice work there by Duggan. Scoot back. Desperate stuff out there from the Huonville Lions. Who's at the bottom of that pack?
Brody Rundle.
He's been good.
Took Mickey Paul a while to get up there. I think he's a little bit ginger at the moment.
So we're right on the paint of forward 50 for the Huonville Lions. One out by Doreen. Gordon goes long.
Dan Golding got a good fist on that 41 there.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? Back to Keegan. Keegan into the middle, finds the Barnacle. So Mudcrab working with Barnacle. Don't see that very often. Out wide to Hay. Hay now with some time. Has Ashland hot on his hammer. Great tackle. Holding the footy. Holding the footy. Threw it away apparently. Ashland plays on quickly and says, go long. I'm coming to you. It's a good kick. Vincent going back with the fight. Can't get in the way. So wheeling around is Lister. Goes long into the pocket and a strong mark to Geordie Lane. So Geordie Lane in the pocket. Good bit of work there by Ashland to tackle a man when he was a 4-on-1 out here, Bug. And Ashland chased him down. How about the mark to Geordie Lane? Nice strong grab.
Too big.
He's a big unit, Geordie Lane.
Setting her up this last quarter for a beauty, Jubes.
Oh, my word it is. And he comes. That's a beautiful kick straight over the goal umpire's head. He's third and the fifth for the term for the Cygnet Port. And they're back in front on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. What a game of footy.
So Ethan Brock back on the ground. I think he might have just done a bit of a tag out with Mickey Paul.
Yeah, well.
He's gone in for a recharge, I think, the big rat.
Mickey Paul will be over getting a rub down or a full-blown body massage, I reckon.
And a bit of junk time. Nice to snag another goal back here by the Lions. They're trying to go into the last quarter with a little bit of a break.
Getting a bit of work done on his Achilles by the looks of things over there. Jones got a handball away. Ford kicked it off the ground. This is going to work okay out for Cohen. Cohen with a short one on here. That's a good kick and a strong mark. Coming out to meet the footy is Lister.
It's getting on top of the centre of the ground a little bit at the moment, the Port.
So Lister. He had 2 in the first term, Jacob Lister. Can he kick another one here in the third just to give them a little bit of breathing space to the Port? And he comes. Moves around, plays on the call. Going for a little bit of extra journey, and it's hit the post. So we'll put that one down as a point to Lister. Looks like Vincent to bring the ball back in for the Lions. Nice long kick. Getting in front was Ward. Houth just getting in the way. Tapping it away though. Ford, smart.
That's clever.
Got it up to Cohen. Now the long kick going deep. Smart work again. Johns tackle with a footy. Got it off to his brother, and the short one's on here. And the mark taken by
the Mudcrab.
Mudcrab Keegan. And there it is, 3/4 time. Cygnet 13-6, 84, lead the Huonville Lions 12-9, 81. Goal kickers for Cygnet. Well, it's 3 to Jordan Lane, including 2 in that term, 2 to Thor Boscott and 2 to Jacob Lister, then singles to Jake Dance, Brady Livingston, Reece Jennings, James Zeetzen and Mitchell Lister. For the Lions, it's 3 to Ethan Brock, 2 to Jack Philp, 2 to Mickey Paul, then singles to Dale Thorpe, Brody Rundle, Jim McIndoe, Matt Schenk. And what a game we've got on our hands here, Bug. What do you think the message is going to be at three-quarter time for your Huonville Lions?
Yeah, I think Coach Billy Lamper will be just reiterating, to some of their setups and some of the team rules that have got in place. Again, I think Bill's never ever sort of panics too much, as a coach. Just wants the boys to just reset, just not to panic, just go back to some of the basics, the things that they did well in that set, especially in that last bit of that first quarter, to get themselves right back into the game. So if they can get back into that style of footy.
I agree with you. I just feel like Cygnet's back six have been really, really solid. They've been forward Furo after forward Furo. They've been able to hold back, and every time they've gone forward, they've looked really dangerous with Geordie Lane out there. And it's three-quarter time in the first semi at Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne 15-10-100 lead Dodgers Ferry 7-8-50 in what looks to be a boil over there at Anzac Park. So Lindisfarne will go through to the prelim by the looks of things, unless Dodgers can really pull one out of the box. But right here, it is a 3-point margin in favour of the Cygnet Port Footy Club over the Huonville Lions. They lead on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard, 13-6-84 to the Huonville Lions, 12-9-81. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Stick around for the fourth term in just a few moments.
What's that prick doing? He wanted to know, that's what I asked. Brilliant.
Fourth term about to get underway here in the Banjos Rosny SFL second semi-final between Cygnet and the Huonville Lions. It's a 3-point margin in favour of the home team. The winner of this game goes through to the fortnight's time grand final. And my goodness, it's a massive, massive contest coming up next, the next 20 or 30 minutes.
Brody Jones is trying to get a couple of freebies out there off umpire.
He's not silly, the veteran.
He's been around a little bit, old Brody.
He has. Tubes Taylor's my name, and I'm joined by that man's voice is Scotty Bug Wilcox. And my word, this game is going down to the wire.
Now, is there a scoring end, Tubes?
Yes, I believe there is. I think Cygnet are going to the scoring end, but who knows, mate? It's a real arm wrestle here today. We've seen the majority of the goals kicked to, well, the right of screen. Ward wins it down. Going through hard there. They get it out the back. Gordon with a handball scoopy over the top. Gets it back, though. Short kick. Comes out towards Lane. Lane can't quite. Livingston trying hard. Kicking off the ground. Lane goes back and gets it. Then just pops one up. Zeitzen's going to get on the end of this. And that's what you get for playing in front. James Zeitzen right in front of the peanut gallery over there. Every game's got to have a peanut gallery.
I've got to have a peanut gallery.
How about this kick? That's a left foot roost. And Zeitzen just lands on the end of it. And he comes.
Tough kick from out there.
The swing man. He's a beautiful kick of the footy, Zeitzen.
He's happy. Ooh,
across the face of goal. I'll put the Mickey on him there.
You can call a few more in them, Tubes. That'll be good.
So, Johns, the lights are on here at Cygnet Oval. Two of them are. They aren't on the far side. They haven't quite switched those ones on yet. Must be darker on this side of the ground as Walker gets on the end of that. That's great from Johns. Shanks on short. Decides against that. Brody Rundle makes a lead. Now Mickey Paul. He just pops it over the top, and Ward comes out and takes the mark. Now the lights flick on.
He's probably trying to warm it up a little bit too, Tubes, I reckon. It's cold here at the moment.
Yeah, I'm starting to not be able to feel their fingers and toes. It's a good kick.
Rundle, good the hands off.
Shank coming through with pace towards
Big barnacle.
Douglas.
Whoops.
Kept it in somehow. Sammy Dean gives it off to Ashland. Ashland to Doreen. Doreen's kicks a forced one quickly. Livingston cops one high from Schenk. Umpire missed it on the wrong side. We'll see a ball up. So a ball in, or a ball up. No, a ball up.
What, umpire? Just throw the ball up in the air.
Getting a bit frustrated there, Bug. Jones gets his quick kick. A little bit too much on it for Mickey Paul. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick going to Adam Duggan. It's going man-on-man stuff here. It's going to go right down to the wire. Gordon. Jackson variety. Goes in towards Zeitzen and co. Cygnet free kick. I'm not sure that was there, to be honest. But anyway, I'm not too fussed. I'm not umpiring. It's the hardest job in the game. As that kick goes forward. Rolling ball out the back for Jake Dancy. He's got some pace. Jakey Dancy goes in towards goal. Which way does it bounce? It's favourable. Jake Dance gets the first of the last term. And the Cygnet faithful lay on the horn. Beautiful stuff from coast to coast for the Port. And just a beautiful bit of running from Jake Dance. Couldn't quite catch him, Brody Penny. And it goes through for a goal.
Quickest man out there, I reckon, young Dancy.
Yep, he's quick, all right. Can't give him space either, can you? He'll make you pay.
Caught on the wrong side there, young Brody Pendy.
So back into the middle. Looks like they put the barnacle into the guts. Doreen kept his feet, kicked it forward towards Boscott. Nice tackle late on Penny. The umpire's called him high. Thor won't argue. I like that about Thor Boscott. He never argues with the umpire unless he's really upset. Duggan from behind, nice fist. Down towards Cohen. Cohen with a bending kick. Really high towards Doreen and Co. It's actually Geordie Lane. Sammy Dance got in the way, got his handball out towards Jones in the opposition colours, then went back and got it. Nice tackle, huge tackle. Toby Cohen plays on with the advantage. It's not going to have the journey. Jordan Lane just taps it across the line. Gee, they look on the Port. They're keen.
Crowd noise going up a few decibels too at the moment, I think.
Just quickly, some final scores from the Lindisfarne Dodgers Ferry game. Lindisfarne 19-18, 132 defeat Dodgers Ferry 11-9-75. So the loser of this game will go on to play the Lindisfarne Footy Club as that ball goes inside forward 50. Just a little push off there. So Golding's going to get the free kick. Cam Johns decides to take advantage. Goes out wide towards Schenk. Schenk's got an absolute heap of space out there wide. Goes towards McIndoe. Nice fist there from Jackson Gordon. Forces his way into the contest. Then gets tackled by McIndoe. Beautiful tackle. And the umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball it up. Thanks. McIndoe not happy about it.
But still got a smile on his face.
Yeah, I like watching him play the little wheelie bin. Punched away. Out of bounds. Another boundary throw in. How good does a wattle look in the background when we get an opportunity to look up into the valley? What a beautiful spot we are in down here at Cygnet. It's nice to not have my van bogged as well. Ball in. Doreen took it out of the ruck, got it off to Temmons and then threw it.
Oh.
Yeah, not sure about that, but anyway, umpire saw it. So Ward will get a free kick. Ward looks up, his brother leads at him, and as they've probably done so many times in the backyard, ignores that. Big Mickey Paul flew high. Jones, cop one from Jennings. Doreen out the back. Chance for Ashland.
Good tackle, Brody.
Yeah, Jones diving in on the footy.
He's gone
the
up
Barnacle went back. Mitch Walker trying hard. And Ford happy to see it across the line for a ball in.
Stepping up a bit, Brody Jones. He's played a pretty good game of footy today, and they're going to need him getting his hands on the footy around these contests here in the last probably 25 minutes of this game.
Yep.
Experienced players are going to be the ones that need to step up a little bit.
Umpire's pulled out a free kick for a Shepherd here. No one knows which way it's going. It'll be a free kick going to the Lions. So it's on Schenk. Schenk goes short to Douglas. I reckon Reece Douglas knew what was happening there because he just spread out from the contest, the Barnacle, and he went back and found some space, and he was hit up nicely by Schenk. In comes Reece Douglas. Kicked a little 9-iron chip and it fades to the near side. Two behinds Reece Douglas. Forward to bring it out. Forward with a short one to Duggan. Strong. Duggan looks up. He's got Jordan Lane long if he wants. He decides to go inboard. That's dangerous to Ford. Ford got it up to Gordon. Gordon plays on quickly. Gee, I'm not sure about the advantage there. Out it comes here. Now's a chance as they go back again. Slipped over. Bevan Roberts happy to see it across the line. A little bit slippery out there as the dew starts to form here at Cygnet Oval. It's a 10-point lead in favour of the Port. 14-8, 92. Lead the Huonville Lions. 12-10, 82. Both had 22 scoring shots.
I think she's dropped 5 degrees out there too.
It's cold. It's legitimately cold. Jones gets tackled hard. Head into the ground. Umpire says play on. Duggan leads the all-comers. The handball came out towards Boscott.
Rundle did well there.
Yeah, he did, and then got jumped on.
Bagged.
Yeah, a little cuddle time there for Thor, Boscott and Rundle. We'll see a ball up.
Too many cuddles, I think, from 4, I don't think.
I think Thor's just a big teddy bear, isn't he? So ball up again. Out the back for Ethan Brock. He just somehow got it away. Duggan on all fours. Out the back, here's a chance for Lockie Watt. Happy to see it across the line. That's a win there for Cygnet. They had one man at the footy. It was Jack Temmons. So another ball in. Pressure, pressure, pressure building. 9.5 minutes gone in the fourth term.
Lindisfarne boys already tuning in, I reckon, Tubes, to see how this is going to pan out in the last quarter. Oh, solid contest there with them two. And umpires pulled out a free kick to the four-out gamer.
Fair enough. Jennings gets a free kick.
Not sure which way to go. Reese
goes to Ford.
Oh, well done. Ethan Brock just got one hand in there, enough to make break the turnover. Now Cygnet break forward here.
Cohen.
And
Lane.
No. Paid it.
It's going to be a free kick to Ashland, I think.
No, other way, I think. Was it?
Temmons. Yep, free kick to Temmons. Off the ball. We'll have a look at that again, I reckon, Marcus, when you get a moment. How about the pace here from Toby Cohen?
Good skills, this boy.
Just a high arm, I guess. Anyway, Jack Temmons coming in. He's happy with it off the boot. Jack Temmons puts a little bit more of a gap between his side and the Huonville Lions on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. A beautiful goal. It was either going to be him or Jordan Lane kicking for goal. Now, Temmons has got 1-1. Jordan Lane's got 3-3. Beautiful kick. 11 minutes gone in the fourth term. So back in the middle.
Pretty critical, this one.
Huge. Do we see?
The Huonville boys got to get their hand on the footy here.
Yep. We got McIndoe in the middle, along with Thorpe.
And Bevan Roberts.
Yeah, Bevan Roberts.
Oh, what have they done here?
Calling a throw against McIndoe. So Sammy Dean's going to take the free kick. Some fast leads out here. Nice fist from behind from Johns.
Cameron Johns.
He's a good
Still
defender.
on all four, still manages to get the handball out.
Houth just threw it back towards the mud crab. Nice tackle out the back. Here's a chance for Toby Cohen from the pocket. He likes it off the boot. No, just to the near side. A lot of toots. Toby Cohen's kicked 2 behinds in this term.
It's a bit early for junked on with these
I
boys.
think so. Vincent brings the ball out. Forced his player under the footy there was Lister and got the double fist and then the mark. So Mitch Lister from half forward sends it down towards his forwards and just getting a fist in there. Golding got his handball out to Johns. Johns now from the back pocket sends it long. Over the back. Chance for Douglas. Gets pushed off the footy. Then just tackled a man. Walker got his handball away just. They've got some run through here in Thorpe. Thorpe now off to a running round in McIndoe. McIndoe, just went at the player there, Temmons, and Hay with a short little chip. Not sure where he was going there. It's just through for a behind.
Make every opportunity of these little chances they get Huonville. It's really didn't make much of an opportunity of that one. Now a big chance. Keep the pressure on down here in this forward pocket again.
Yeah, they've done well there. Huonville just to lock it in.
Take their chances here. Roll the dice. try and get the hands on the footy and snag a quick one here.
There's still plenty of time in this game. It's only 13 and a half minutes gone on the Banjo Rosny scoreboard. As we see the ball come in. Ruck contest one down.
Bevan Roberts.
Yeah, he's been good today. Duggan caught one high. Umpire missed it again. And the umpire will ball it up. Duggan's looking for someone. Can't find his man, Bluey. So goes back to Budgie Jones. Good from Mitch Walker. Handball came through. Ashland trying to get a hold of the footy. It's out of bounds. So just running the time clock down here, the Huonville and Cygnet footy clubs. Huonville would love to get a goal here just to get a bit of confidence back.
Pretty critical throw in this one. Someone's got to get their hand on the footy pretty early. Mitch Walker trying hard.
Sammy Dean got his hands on it.
Big Jimmy Mack. No,
Off
to the left.
Bent it too far around the corner. Out of bounds on the full. So Jackson Gordon just waits for someone to go and collect the footy. I tell you what, if they're collecting it from over there, it's very deep mud. Very deep mud.
Didn't see that when I drove in this afternoon.
When I parked there last time, I was in some real thick stuff. Out comes Jackson Gordon. Big fly from Lane. Golding gets it down. Couldn't quite get a hold of it.
Barnacle.
Dougie got a kick away. Now the clearing Torp. Golding just sitting underneath it. Doreen did well. Johns got tackled off the footy. Free kick against Big Polly. Back he goes to Keegan. Keegan's got Ward on short. Sides against that and goes across the face of goal to Vincent. Vincent now with some time and space. Just gets past Jake Dance. Then goes forward. Down towards Boscott in the opposition colours. The only man that was near it. And Boscott rightfully says, just slow it down, boys. He goes out wide. A little bit of ear music. And 50.
That one was there. Got to make use of these. Every time they get a chance, they just turn it over and too easy. Huonville at times. It's got to make the most of it.
Yeah, it's Jacob Lister, who kicks it down towards Zeetzen at the back. Threw it away. Dylan Hay underneath the footy. Then just a rush kick. Out towards a few. Jones, hard at it. Got a hold of the footy. Unselfish. In towards McIndoe. McIndoe's got Ward short if he wants. He decides against that. And Duggan just tops it off, but it's through his fingertips. Thorpe does well. Gets back. Touch ball. Jones gets a hold of it. Caught one high. Umpire saw that one. And it'll be a free kick going to Budgie Jones from half forward for the Huonville Lions. Looks up. He's got Ethan Brock and Mickey Paul Long. Decides against that and goes short to Houth. Houth. Right on the cricket pitch.
A bit uncertain, not a great deal of certainty here. They've just got to pick their best options when they go forward.
Bouncing ball over the back.
Quite happening for them down there at the
Not
moment.
sure what that kick was from Lockie Watt. That's a smart bit of play there from Livingston. He's going to get it back here. Trying to get around Cam Johns. It's out of bounds. So a ball in. Quite a few peanut galleries here today. Look at that one just on the left-hand side at the top of screen. It's probably the best peanut galleries coming live from this van, to be fair. So we see a ball in. Tubes Taylor and Scott Bug Wilcox coming to you live on the SFL. Through with pace. I think that was Sammy Dean.
He's played well today.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Umpire's pulled out a free kick going the way of Alex Vincent. Vincent with a short one finds McIndoe. McIndoe looks up.
Trying to move it quickly.
A long way out here for Dylan Hay and Ethan Brock going at one bite at the cherry, then got wrapped up in a tackle and he's caught for a throw. Boscott gives him a little cheeky pat on the back as he goes past. It's like Ethan Brock's just pulled out one of the all-time wedgies. Thor Boscott has the free kick at half back. Short one's on here to Tammins. Zeetzen, rather. Zeitson wheels around. Now this is a kick and hope because Johns is just going to wrap that one up as easy as you like. Short one on to McIndoe.
Got to move it forward. Got to get moving forward here, boys. Got to try and get a couple of quick ones here. Roberts will swing round on that left.
Down towards Ethan Brock. Takes a good mark in front of Boscott. Boscott, short one, Mickey Paul.
Have to kick this one, Mick. Has to kick this one. Give us any chance at all of trying to reduce the margin.
It's currently a 16-point game, which is 3 goals, isn't it?
Put the mockers on him here, Tubes. There you go.
No, I like him from here. In a pressure situation, he's just pulled that one to the near side. 2 goals for Big Mick. Jackson Gordon goes out wide. Finds Doreen. It's too early to be doing this, I reckon. Jackson Gordon with a short one. Long kick now. Ward's got this one wrapped up. He just punches it away. Spent a lot of time in this area of the ground.
Forward pocket. It's a bit of a dead pocket here on this ground, but it's very hard to kick a goal from there. You see Laney kicked one there earlier. It was a good goal, but it's very, very hard to try and get goals from this pocket.
So ball in.
Evan Roberts on that left.
Yeah, he's been good.
Struggle.
Ethan Brock, smart. Ashland sees him across the line.
Just got to get up and about a bit here, boys. There's still probably good 10 minutes to go.
Our producer here, Marcus, is on the yawn. He's a little bored over here.
Been a big day.
Yeah, well, it's been a big day. We've had the Colts earlier where we saw the Southern Storm absolutely storm into the grand final in a couple of weeks' time. Handball came out now to Budgie Jones. Couldn't quite get a hold of the footy. Umpires pulled out a free kick. It's going to Jones. A little too long of a hold there on Jones. So he's going to back himself home from here.
We definitely need this one.
Then he comes. Gives himself his full measure and just pulls the kick again. So 4 straight behinds in this term to the Lions.
Pick up all the moves here too, Tubes. Sammy Dean going forward.
Yep. Short one on to Doreen. They used to get upset that I'd call him Dyrene. Yes. Lane from behind. Well done to Alex Vincent from the front of the pack. Zeitson takes one in the back of the head there. And umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. So we're into junk time now. 21 and a half minutes gone on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. It's a 14-point margin in favour of the Port. Cygnet 15-9-99 lead the Huonville Lions 12-13-85. Douglas got his handball off to Vincent. Vincent gets round into the ground and the umpire says pushing them back. And I'm not entirely sure that one was there.
Oh,
and 50, that's not 50. That's one of the more puzzling decisions I've seen in some time, and I don't like to be critical of umpires because he's standing his ground.
You did actually roll him in that tackle too. That's just over umpiring.
Yep.
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
In comes Alex Vincent, and the ball don't lie. There we go. 5 straight behinds. 2.
Kicking themselves out of it, the boys.
Yep. Handball came out wide.
It's good pressure by Ethan Brock. It's good, very good pressure.
Well,
brilliant. He's telling him too, actually.
Brilliant pressure. Brilliant from Ethan Brock.
Anyone's going to kick one from this pocket, it'll be Ethan Brock. This might be a little lifter he's played on.
Oh dear. Was a pass, perhaps?
He'll tell you passed it off.
Yeah. Gordon, trying hard over the footy. Gee, it's rough stuff in there
40,
forward.
You're gone.
No, umpire said no prior, so we'll see a ball up. Goodness me. Real edge of your seat stuff here in the Banjos Rosny SFL second semi-final. Ruck one down. Out it comes now. Gordon got it away. Ward Happy to gobble that one up. He's got Roberts short if he wants. Decides against that and goes into the middle of the ground with Cam Johns.
Congested forward line down there at the moment. Not a great deal of opportunities.
Big fly. Boscott. Calm as you like. Out towards Keegan in the opposition colours. He dropped it. Jake Dance now with a bit of time and space. Now it's a foot race. Who's going to get there first? Golding. Lane. Smart. That was clever from Lane. Jake Dance now with a bit of time and space. Bends one around the corner. Is it going across the line? Zeitson. Clever. Well, it spent so much time in the forward pocket for the Huonville Lions, and then what a turnaround from the Port. Just a clever bit of work from Jake Dance, Lane, and then Zeitson on the line. I'm putting it down to Zeitson's goal. We'll see it on the replay here. Clever. Wow, the Clements might have 10. Sharon just bounced crazily there. And now Cygnet open up a 19-point margin on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard.
Classic foot race by the two elephants in each from each side. I think they're out there towards that forward pocket.
Yeah, it was
Dan Golding.
It was a race in slow motion.
It was.
What a game of footy. Incredible stuff. Jones through the middle. He's not giving up. Down towards Mitch Walker. Fist from Jackson Gordon. Big fly. Ethan Brock goes at the footy. Well done to Bluey Duggan. Just got it off. Now Jackson Gordon kept running. He had Budgie Jones for familiar territory, and now a hold off the ball. Which way is it going? It's going to the Port. 25 minutes gone on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. Gordon sends it long. Umpires pulled a free kick out going to Huonville. It'll go to Alex Vincent. I'm not surprised they're holding on to Alex Vincent. I'd be pulling him everywhere. He's such a good player. Short to Cam Johns. Zeitson stands the mark.
Not going to trouble the scoreboard kicking back that way at the moment. We've really got to pressure bang the ball forward and try and get that scoreboard ticking over.
Vincent with a short one to Jones. Good mark.
Play
front of Jennings. McIndoe seems to be all by himself all the time.
Get it in there, Jim. Get it in. Not much happening for him up forward, though.
Comes out wide to Rawson. Rawson looks up. He's got Shank. Good smother. Lister goes long down towards Boscott. Boscott's got Keegan. Smart to Zeitson. Zeitson's got time. Down towards Lane. Yum, 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 says Jordan Lane. Doesn't mind the Clements minor 10 Sharon down the throat. This is desperate stuff. I think that's a 50 there on Jake Dance. Stand, not play, no play on there. But anyway, how about that touch from Thor Boscott? So a bit of order from Thor Boscott from the boundary. The coach has come off for a bit of a spell. Talking to Bailey Gordon as he goes back on the ground, but Geordie Lane. In comes Geordie Lane from 50. And there it is. He turns around to the crowd and says, "Hey, I'm Jordan Lane, and I've kicked 4 goals in a final to put my boys into the granny." There can't be long left. I'm not sure how many minutes are to go.
Might be the nail, I think, Jubes.
I think so.
27-minute mark.
27-minute mark on the Banjos Rosny scoreboard. Can't be long left.
Must think there's only probably a couple of minutes to go.
George Callis, the SFL competition manager, reckons there's about a minute to go, and he'd know. As we see some of the fans bringing their puppies in to get signed by Tubes Taylor. No? Okay. What a game of footy we've seen. It's been an enthralling contest, and it looks like the Port will be going to the grand final. Jackson Gordon gets wrapped up in a big tackle by McIndoe. We'll see a ball up. All is not lost for the Huonville Lions, let me tell you though. They will play Lindisfarne next week if the siren goes right now. He's been very, very good today, Lockie Watt. Nice tackle by Thorpe. As I've given Watt a bit of a pump up, he gets caught holding the footy.
Not much. I think our four lines probably let us down in the last half. It's sort of been very dysfunctional at the moment.
Look, I don't think it's been a letdown. I think just the defensive, and I mean, there's another out on the full.
Another example.
They've kicked 5 straight behinds in this term, and 2 out on the full in the second term.
Yep.
So inaccurate kicking. You're not going to win many goals when you're kicking 12-14 to 17-9, are you?
Full credit to Cygnet though. Their back halves played very well, especially in the last half. Pressure's been
Cohen. Pressure's been huge. Cohen goes out wide, finds forward, and there it is. They're in the grand final. The Cygnet Footy Club, 17-9, 111 defeat the Huonville Lions, 12-14-86 in the Banjos-Rosny second semi-final. Goal kickers for Cygnet. 4 goals to Geordie Lane, 2 to Jake Dance, Thor Boscott, Jacob Lister, and James Zeetzen. Singles to Livingston, Jennings, Doreen, Tammins and Lister. For the Lions, it was 3 to Ethan Brock, 2 to Jack Philp and Mickey Paul, and then singles to Thorpe, Rundle, McIndoe and Schenk. What a game of footy we saw here today. A real seesawing affair and a massive win to the Cygnet Footy Club. This means a lot to them. They have had a challenging year, but they've got to the final dance, that's for sure. And better players on the day. I thought Lockie Watt was probably best on ground all day, closely followed by Brady Jones, who did a lot through for the Huonville Lions. Now, this contest, 26 shots to 26 shots. That shows how close the game was. I mean, that's not including the 3 out of bounds on the full that the Huonville Lions kicked. But what a game of footy. Next week, the Huonville Lions will face Lindisfarne from North Hobart Oval. And I'm really excited about that contest again. That'll be the 3rd time in 4 weeks I'll have called those 2 teams, Scott Wilcox. But your better players on the day?
I think probably one of the better players for Huonville today. I think Brady Jones played a good game of footy. Was pretty instrumental in around the middle of the ground, trying to drive the ball forward. After that, Cam Johns, and boys across half back, was coming in pretty thick and fast there at times, and they stood tall there for a fair while. But as I said, just the pressure has probably got to the back half guys towards the end.
Yep.
And I'd probably struggle a little bit after picking those guys. Ethan Brock was in and under early in the first half, but sort of, when we really needed our forwards to stand up, it was probably a little bit hard. All credit has to go to Cygnet, though. I think their back half probably really stepped up, especially in the last half, or especially in that last quarter. I think, when the ball, spent a good probably 10 minutes down there in Huonville's forward line, but they just couldn't make it happen. So
no. Incredible effort by the Cygnet Footy Club. I thought Jake Dance, Bailey Gordon, Lockie Watt was probably best on ground, as I said before. Jacob Lister was good. Jackson Gordon down back. I thought Adam Duggan did a great job on Mickey Paul. Jordan Lane kicking 4 goals. You can't go past him. But I think the leadership shown by Thor Boscott can't be understated too. In some really critical moments, he really stood up and did some smart things around the footy. For Huonville Lions, I thought Cam Johns, as you said, was good. Brady Jones was probably their best, along with Bevan Roberts. I thought he battled really hard throughout the contest. Dale Thorpe was good in patches, as was Brody Rundle. Alex Vincent, of course, down back was pretty good too. I think they'll collect themselves this week. They'll go back to footy training and they'll get ready. But as we can see on screen, that man there, Reece Jennings, a captain of the footy club, a real stalwart, and in game 300, a well-deserved winner. And I can tell you this, the Huonville Lions are coming off to see him off as well as a sign of respect, because he is a well-respected man down in the Huon Valley and over the pass here as they make a guard of honour for him coming off. And there's Teresa, one of the biggest Port supporters. And a guard of honour as one of the stalwarts of the competition comes off. They hold him up.
Nice gesture by the Huonville boys.
Tell you what, he's up pretty high too as Reece Jennings comes off, and the crowd gives him a round of applause. Well respected, as I said. So in the end, it ends up being a 27-point victory to the Port. What a great game of footy we were witness to. We're going to leave it there, but thank you so much, Scotty Wilcox, for coming down. Bug, to you. To Marcus and Andy from the production point of view, and of course Macca up on the camera. My name is Tubes Taylor. We will see you next week for the prelim final from North Hobart Oval. It'll be Huonville Lions taking on the Lindisfarne Two Blues, and it's going to be a huge game. Until then, take care, and we'll see you at the footy.